Good afternoon, Your Honor. Bob Rosenblatt, appearing for Mr. Kingston.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Zalka Bazanek appearing on behalf of Kishan Anderson as well.
All right, thank you, Mr. Anderson. Good afternoon, sir. I have your attorneys, Mr. Rosenblatt, Ms. Brzezanek, on Zoom today. You are charged pursuant to a warrant as follows. Count 1, organized scheme to defraud over $50,000. Count 2, criminal use of personal identification information. Count 3, grand theft, greater than $20,000, less than $100,000. Count 4, fraud, insufficient funds check, greater than $150. Count 5, grand theft, greater than $100,000. Count 6, criminal use of personal identification information. Count 7, criminal use of personal identification information. Count 8, grand theft, greater than $100,000. Count 9, criminal use of personal identification information. Count 10, probation violation, felony. I do find probable cause.
Now, people, this video is called Cruff. What a cruff is people that don't have ambition, or people that got an opportunity, live in the United States, get a bus in a life. Take that bus and hype it out, gal it out, and squander it. When they realize that this lifestyle is drifting away, when they realize that they are relegated to some sorts of has-been, then them want to live that same life. They live a life of lies that them put out a certain image out there. So therefore, when them realize that their natural abilities, skills can't keep up, they resort to all sorts of desperate measures. Such is the case in a Sean Kingston. And people, I am not saying that Sean Kingston is broke, D-E-A-D, broke, like some sorts of church mouse. But me just say he is living above his mean. It is not what you make, it is what you save. It is what you're able to sustain your lifestyle. So therefore, he was living bigger than he could sustain or maintain. Him a live way above his means. Now, people, we've seen videos of him and his mother, in which when the mother come out of jail, she reached home down a Southwest ranch in a some sorts of Maybach. And she was posing, she was gallivanting as if she did something wrong. And I talk about people a bad mind her. And I talk about people a hate pan her, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. People, if you're desperate and you make desperate moves, we can understand it is not justified. However, when you get an opportunity and make it big, me mean boss in the pop music, pop industry, you was a global star. And then you did not save your money, did not invest properly. All you do a pose with car and vehicle and all sorts of airplane, rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. Posing on people, 99.99% of them, you were living better than them. You could have lived better than them had you just maintained what you can afford. However, you want to fool people. This is the problem with social media. People are out there bragging on people that hate to see their success. However, when them fall, the same people used to say yeah is the same people that is saying nay. And you have nobody to blame but yourself and your surrounding, the people that are around you, especially your mother that is facilitating the F-U-C-K-R-Y. She is just like him, just like the mama, just like the pitney. So therefore, the hype and flossing and squandering came back and haunt them. It is very embarrassing to see. As a Jamaican, you had it all and then you blew it. The worstest of them. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called buying posts in a bag is worse than buying bad posts in a B-A-G-G-Y. I will explain further on in the news. There's a young lady known as Melanie Williams, government name. She lives in Kingston. She is a scammer extraordinaire. What Melanie did, Melanie went to a specific car dealership, MVP Imports to be specific. She rented a couple of vehicles claiming that she was going to use them for some sorts of wedding. However, those same vehicles, she was driving around Kingston and the metropolitan area, and she was telling persons, my husband is the owner of MVP Imports, and we can sell you vehicles, just put down 50% deposit, you get the vehicle, and then you make payments. The sad thing is that it was not Melanie's vehicle. Melanie is not the wife of the owner of MVP Imports. As a matter of fact, Melanie was not even making payments on the vehicles that she rented. Yes, she paid a deposit, maybe because she was sexy, she got some sorts of discount. That would come back and haunt the company. However, Melanie deeds would catch up to her. She would get exposed, she would get arrested, she would get busted. I am going to let you watch a video of Melanie being arrested by the Popo as they went for her at her house, in front of her kids, in front of the neighbors. Shameful. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Me not get no technical video. Go down the vehicle. They might come and go down the station.
Now, people, that was a good officer when he went to conduct some sorts of warrant for Melanie Williams. He is telling her, listen, me no want hear no cock and bull story, no Nancy brother Tukuman story. Just go right in the vehicle, make we take you go to the station. You can explain that to the judge. Me no want hear no sorts of foolishness. One thing that we realize about liars, they are always thief, and thief is always a liar. They always seem to have some sorts of explanation, some sorts of story that defines rational, that defines any sorts of sense. They seem to be desperate and just tell you all sorts of BS story. However, people, she is called busted. She sell the people them car, got millions of dollars from unsuspecting victims. She took the people's vehicle from the rent-a-car company, car sales company, and she made the first payment, and she has not made a payment ever since. She claims she had the wife of the owner of the company when everything that she was saying is a lie. Now, people, like I said, the theme of this puss in a bag is worse than bad PUSSY in a baggie. Now, the truth and the fact is that I have more respect for a woman of the night, a woman from the PUM's Arbadasher, that is back road, than I do of any sort of scammer, man or woman, especially women. Because this lady, nice looking lady, this lady, like most of these Catalinas in a Jamaica, them want everything the easy way. When they are not on the internet, social media are deceive and a scam and a con people. Sometimes them end up in a some sort of ditch or flinging a some sort of river or gully or sea. Justifiably well, people. I'm not going to say it sounds controversial. However, you sow what you reap. Me just say, it is better you go and you sell the PUMS, put it over the counter than to deceive, lie to people and rob them. Whenever people do you anything because you deceive them or rob them, you deserve exactly what you get. Whatever you get is what you work for. In this case, we saw that Melanie was playing all sorts of silly games and she got some silly prizes. Silly her, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called How What a Difference a Couple of Days Make. There was a picture making its round on social media in which we saw dancehall artist Valiant in some sorts of hospital room with the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton. And we thought to ourselves, this is kind of strange. We thought that dancehall and politics don't mix like two DICKXS and no sorts of chicks. We would soon realize that it seems as if the good doctor was riding his bicycle. He is said to be an avid cyclist. Him ride for some sorts of entertainment. However, some sorts of mishap occurred on the road, and it seems coincidentally, dancehall artist Valiant either lick him down or him run in a Valiant vehicle. Don't know the details as it pertains to that. However, based on the information that we would learn is that Valiant rushed him to the hospital, University of the West Indies Hospital. We saw all the controversy as it pertains to the PNP, saying that how is it that people can sit down at the hospital for hours and days, don't get any sorts of treatments, and even in a worse condition than the good doctor for his knee and wrist, people's life at risk. However, the doctor him jump the line, let's call it that. A couple of days later, there is some sorts of controversy again as it pertains to that. Based on what Valiant is saying, he had some sorts of tickets from 2023. Apparently, after that incident, the Popo did their due diligence and them check him license and realized that he had some sorts of tickets that issued a couple of warrants for. Don't know if he was arrested or told that he needs to go to the court. He went to the court. TVJ claimed that he was arrested. He said that he was not arrested. People, it is conflicting the story on that. However, what I know is that Valiant had to go to the court and pay up some tickets that were outstanding. Now, people, at the end of the day, this shows you, had this been a common person get lit down off a bicycle, more than likely, they would have put him in some sort of taxi pro box, put him in the back of some sort of Popo Jeep, carry him at the hospital. He would have had to wait his turn. However, as it pertains to the good doctor, like them say, membership has its privilege in the body club. So therefore, we did not expect the person with power to sit down and wait in some sort of reception area and be stressed out. No, he is going to get preferential. Rascal, that word. You know what I talk about. Them are going to make him go up express. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, this is a moment in time in Jamaican history of selfishness. People on the road that are mad as HELL. People that not going to give you a blind. They would rather to KILLU. They would rather to CRASH than make you go in front of them, skip the line, or even go about your merry business. I am speaking about a video that is making its round on social media in which this man or this woman seems to be very selfish. He or she decide that they are going to block the road because they want to go on the opposite side. However, the people on the opposite side was not giving them any sort of blind. So therefore, they decide that they are going to take matters in their own hands. They are going to stop the oncoming traffic. So therefore, until them go over, them not care what is going on the opposite side of the roads. Take a listen, take a look to this not so beautiful bean footage, and then I'll give my piece.
Someone look on the traffic of this man hold up. Just the man cannot go across the road, you know? And the man block off. Well, let me not say man, I could have woman. The driver block off the other side of the road, you know? I wait for go across the road and catch watch. All the man for do just back up in the way I come from, you know, watching still I try creep cross. And the trailer there so, there's a car there, so van there so, you cannot go. Hey, some people up on the road there wicked like a sin. Jesus. I could have one dog I drive. I want cow. A cow stubborn, you know. The cow turn up in the road and decide to, you know, me bread crumbs. Watch your man. Judge God.
Now, people, like I said, I wasn't there when this video was taken. Don't know what happened before we saw the present and we saw the after until the video ended. So I say this to say that it could be easily taken out of context. Maybe this man was free on the opposite side of the road. However, when he thought that he was going to get a blind on the persons that were in the line of traffic on the opposite sides, the person decides, me nah give this person no blind, FUCK that, me I go about my business, it is me. So me just say, the person could have thought that the persons ahead could have let them in. However, those persons decide Now, people, I know if you're driving in a Jamaica, you have experienced that. You are coming out of some sorts of place and the traffic left and right. Nobody is going to give you a blind. People are going to see you. As a matter of fact, in some instances, people give you a blind and you see some sorts of taxi man, minibus man or other reckless driver cut in front of that person on the opposite just to make sure say you not go in front of them. People, I don't know what is the problem in a Jamaica. However, we have some very angry, selfish people on the road. And this is the reason why so many of us are dying on the road. So many of us are getting injured because it seems as if people have some sorts of problem, underlying problem in a them house, in a them work. When they come on the road, they get some sorts of road RAGE. And this is problematic. So the moral of the story is this. Sometimes you can give people a blind, assess and analyze the situation. Realize that if you make that person pass or go ahead of you, then they won't block up the traffic on the opposite side of the road. It is okay to be kind on the streets. Anger does not get anybody anywhere. Selfishness is the worst thing that you can have. And it just shows your character. You are just pieces of ish. I am speaking about a culture of ishism in a Jamaica. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.